All right, she has arrived, and in she, I am talking about Cyrax. We finally got a trailer for this character, a legacy character of Mortal Kombat, now reimagined as a woman, which has caused quite the conversation. But I'm excited to see what kind of gameplay we're going to get from Cyrax during this era of Mortal Kombat 1. Let's check it out.
Where are you?
Over here.
So they are mech suits.
Fighting your foe unseen, attacking from a distance. There are rules.
We have found Kuai Liang and his Shirai Ryu. They gather at the Wuxi for his wedding.
Attack his wedding. We may win the battle, but find we lose the war. No one will respect us.
Better to be feared than respected.
Ooh.
Oh, hell no. We are not doing the Red Wedding.
What?
Season 3, Episode 9.
Oh my god. She is going in.
How long have we known each other? That you could ever believe
You vanished without explanation. The hand my Grand Master gave me one.
You blame me for your actions?
Ooh, a new stage. That's a new move for Sub-Zero. I knew they were going to do that. I knew they were going to do that. That thing is rolling. Oh my god. All the way to the corner? Another stage. Okay, fatal blow. Ooh, that looks good. Yeah, Sector.
I was wrong, thinking you worthy of that armor.
It is a mix.
You are my instructor and my commander. Don't confuse that with being my superior.
Ooh.
My speed and skill are beyond you.
Okay, I mean, Cyrax has always been the good one out of the two of them. Okay, let's see his fatality. Wow. Wow, that was good. Oh, the animality. A bee. Of course she's a bee. Of course she's a bee. Duh. Of course she's a bee. Of course she's a bee. Okay, let's break down this trailer because first of all, I have a love-hate relationship with trailers because I think they tend to give a lot of the story away. And in my previous discussion about the Chaos Reigns DLC trailer, you're able to map out what's going to happen when they give you these bits and pieces of the story. So it's very, very obvious where the story is going. And they gave us a really big clue during this sequence. They're obviously going to go after Scorpion for some reason. And I had stated that in the last trailer, that is where the story was going to go. For whatever reason, they have to interrupt Scorpion's wedding because it's going to do something. I'm assuming by them interrupting it, it leads this Sub-Zero to become Noob Saibot. I mean, this is MK1. It's supposed to be a fresh take on the story, but it always has a nod back to the original timeline. And so in the original story, Cyrax and Sector did face off. There was like an internal struggle with Cyrax because he at the time did not want to go along with the Lin Kuei plans, and Sector was kind of the one that would enforce the Grandmaster's plan. And this was hinted to in story mode when Sub-Zero finally took down, when Scorpion took down Sub-Zero. Smoke asked him, like, what are we going to do? Like, what's going to happen? And Scorpion said, you know, you forget about Sector. You know, like, Sector is definitely Sub-Zero's right hand.
You are my Grandmaster no longer.
What are you doing? Once he's exposed, won't you be made Grandmaster?
You forget Cyrax and Sector. Their loyalty to Bihan is absolute. They'll sooner abet his corruption than follow me.
And so, you know, they kind of gave away this dynamic, and this trailer further highlights that divide within the Lin Kuei. And so that's obviously where the story is going to go.
Tis SHEEEEE Ryu. They gather at the Wuxi for...
So that's our first glimpse of Sub-Zero's wife. I think her name is Harumi, or something like that. She's never been a huge character in the story. This is like her first. I would say she's been mentioned, but she's never been like realized in a media like story mode. So this is the first time we're gonna see her. I could totally see her being DLC. There were some rumors about that. But what I can't tell is if this is the current timeline or is this in the future. It must be the current timeline, because the other, like, Sub-Zero and Johnny Cage, Kung Lao and Johnny Cage are there as well. So
For his wedding.
Attack his wedding. We may win the battle, but find we lose the war. No one will respect us.
and that one line from her, I'm so curious
They win
about.
the battle, but find we lose the war.
I'm so
No
curious
one-
about this Cyrax, because I have a couple of questions for the developers. I want to know why she has an accent. She has a strong accent, and I just keep thinking Umgadi. I keep thinking Tanya and Umgadi. And I wonder why they went that direction with her. And I kind of hope she has some kind of relation to Tanya. I think that would be super cool, that maybe what if in the future, this is Tanya? Like in another timeline, Tanya is Cyrax. Like, I want to understand why they chose that direction, because it's so different. This is the first time in a long time we get to assign a personality to a cyborg-ish character, and you guys choose to make her female and with such an accent. Like, I'm just curious. I hope it has something to do with the story. I really do. Maybe she's related to Kai. Like, I don't know. I want to know, clearly these are mech suits. These are mech suits. And so why was she chosen to don the mech suit? Because that's where they're going with the story, right?
No one will respect us.
Better to be feared than respected.
Oh, hell no. We are not doing the Red Wedding. What? Season 3, Episode 9.
This is so funny. The gameplay looks really nice though. And I love how, like, if you notice the electrics here are changing colors depending on what move she does,
Episode 9.
which I think is cool. So there it's white, and then it's white there, and then there it's green. That looks really cool. But there's one thing, I just have to get to it. Because if you recall in my discussion piece about how NetherRealm could improve cameos, I mentioned to give cameos more moves, and Sub-Zero was one of the ones I mentioned. I'm like, why does he only have 3 moves? Once we figure out what's going on with the cameos and how we want them to function, I'd like to see more special moves. What would it look like if Scorpion had another move? What would it look like if Sub-Zero had another move? And it would appear that he has been given a 4th move here. And that's a game changer. That's a game changer. So that gives cameo Sub-Zero, a defensive move. He freezes you He freezes you, and then if your opponent hits you, you get frozen. That is a game changer for him. Because I always felt like he was missing something. Not missing something. I think Sub-Zero as a cameo was doing what he was supposed to do. But he was one of the few cameos that had 3 moves. And I was just like, why does he have 3? Like, why doesn't he have a 4th move? And I was interested on like what they could give him. But I never thought of this. This is good. This is really good. So he freezes you. And then if your opponent hits you, they get frozen. That is, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. And this begs to question, there are other cameos in the game that have 3 moves. Are they going to get a 4th one? So for example, Jax. Jax has been a hot topic since Takeda came out because he actually works really well with Takeda. Will he get a 4th move? So this is a nice update. This is a nice update. And also this, look at this. The ball follows you. The ball follows you. I've never seen them do something like that with Cyrax before. They've never done something like this before. So she tossed out this ball, right? And it's following her. Look, it's following her. And then that's so cool. And now the net, that's the other thing. Because here's the thing. They have to figure out a way to distinguish this Cyrax from Cameo Cyrax, right? And so Cameo Cyrax has the traditional net. And this Cyrax net just, it looks like it just brings you across the screen. And then you teleport to it. Yeah, that's what it looks like. You teleport to it. But that's automatic corner carry. That's really good too. Look at that. That's really good. And this is clearly foreshadowing again. They did this in Mortal Kombat 9, where Cyrax and Sector come into...
I was wrong, thinking you worthy of that armor.
See, and there's my answer. She says, I was wrong thinking you were worthy of that armor. So they are mech suits. What if this is Cassie and Jackie? Just what if this is a future Cassie and Jackie? Wait. What if this isn't a future at all? Because if Scorpion, after he takes down Sub-Zero in story mode, when Smoke says, you know, what will you, like, what's gonna happen? And Scorpion says, you forget Sector. So these are probably the current timeline, the current versions of Cyborg, of Cyrax and Sector. But I just want to know why they have this. Like, I don't know. I'm intrigued by the changes. Like, I'm intrigued by the new take on this story. I'm intrigued by it. I want to know more.
Thinking you worthy of that instructor and my commander. Don't confuse that with being my superior.
Don't confuse that with being my superior. I love that.
My speed and skill are beyond you.
Finish him.
This fatality is sick. That is sick. That's a cool fatality. And how she wipes her foot off, that is sick. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the trailer for Cyrax for the upcoming Mortal Kombat 1 Chaos Reigns expansion DLC. Again, You know, I know there's been a lot of conversation about whether or not they should have swapped the genders and about DLC overall. But as a lifelong Mortal Kombat fan, I'm just excited to get more content from them. And so I'm excited. So let me know y'all thoughts down below. Make sure you subscribe. I got some great content from Mortal Kombat 1 coming, and I'll catch y'all next time. Bye.